Claire, we can't hear you, but if I do start hearing you, I'll let you know. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, Claire. Okay, she's giving me a thumbs up. So she can hear me,
Mhm.
but I can't hear her. Bummer. All right.
Mhm.
You can call in, Claire, if you want to hear, and you can listen and talk on your phone if you want to do that on just a cell phone. There is a phone number to call into. Let me give you that information if you want, and I'll just put it in the chat.
I'm gonna mute myself for a few minutes.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Claire, if you do not get that information in your email, I'm gonna go ahead and send it in the chat here in a second too, if you want to call in. Oh, you're fine? Okay. All right. So my name is Caroline. I'm gonna go ahead and present you guys this really nice, beautiful presentation I made for you today in Canva. I hope that it is helpful and also,
Can you hear me now?
oh, there
Sorry.
you go. Yay.
Yes. Okay, I'll be quiet.
No, actually really wanted to know a little bit just what location are you at? Are you in
I'm
Frederick
in
now?
I'm in Ellicott City.
Awesome. Ellicott City. Cool. So, you and Anna are on here. Anna's in Frederick. So I'm also in Frederick, but we might have more people join us. If we do, I will add them in as we're going along. But I'm going to take a few minutes to just tell you a little bit about myself and my background so that you understand the type of things you can ask me about. You understand what I can do for you so that if you have questions, you can feel free to ask away. And I'm here to help you and be a resource for you guys. I've been working with Deepak since before he opened the Frederick location and helped him fill some of the, suites there before he opened, and also helped him grow into Hagerstown and now Ellicott City. So if you have your phone and you want to scan this, I am going to record this also and share this presentation with you guys. So you don't have to take notes if you don't want to. Feel free to just enjoy and ask questions. And then afterwards, you'll get a link to this to watch and redo some of the steps with me if you want to do it at your own pace after we're done. So I'm going to go through quite a few things, but just in the spirit of trying to, get through a lot, I'm going to breeze through some of these first few slides that are just about my background, has nothing to do with our training. So, my
Okay.
company is basically a videography company that does social media marketing. So we create content for most of the companies we work with. We specialize in making TikTok videos, Reels, Instagram videos, YouTube videos, podcasts. We're creative people, so our team comes up with the ideas for our clients. I grew up on a little island way up in northern Michigan, so my logo has this deer head on it. It throws people off, but that's just the reason why. I love the outdoors. I love deer and anything about the outdoors, and emerald is my birthstone. There's nothing other than that to it. I just really liked the deer head and made my logo like that. I think that it's important that when you're branding yourself, it's something unique about you. And I'm sure that you guys are experiencing that, opening your own businesses, trying to find yourself and figure out as an entrepreneur, like, how do I tell my story online? How do I get people to actually care about what I'm trying to do and get them to want to understand the services that I do are different in some way, you know? So
Right.
a differentiator for me growing up, I grew up hunting. I lived on this little island that had a resort, and I played golf on this island, and there was a beautiful like lodge there, and I ended up getting a job there, and loved playing golf, loved the fancy restaurant on the island. And it kind of like made me want to like have a bigger career and leave that area. And so I ended up coming out to DC. I worked in the Pentagon. I ended up doing all kinds of IT work for different government agencies. So I'm very IT tech savvy. I know how I had my A plus network certification, which is like a CompTIA certification. I was studying for my Network Plus, and I just decided to totally change careers and went into sales. I had kids. I'm sure there's a reason why you guys changed into what you're doing. I'm sure that either there's a reason why you wanted to be your own business owner, right? There's a reason. I'm sure everyone has their own reason, but for me personally, I just wanted to do something to give me more time to work with my kids, to be home. I was a single mom. I wanted to make my own hours. I wanted to have the freedom to make more money if I wanted to. I was tired of commuting. Like, name the reasons. I had enough of all of it, honestly. Um, just want to make sure nobody else is trying to join us. Does anybody have any questions or anything so far? Want to make a call?
Not, not yet.
Not yet. All right, cool. I just want to make sure we don't have anybody else joining us. So I was selling advertising on grocery carts and I had this idea to sell advertising on golf carts. So I changed my whole career path, came up with my own company, started this huge company in the golf industry, and it was insane. I was playing golf all over the world. I had advertising on 2,600 different golf courses all over the country. I was in the front of the Washington Business Journal. And honestly, it was one of those like easy come, easy go situations where I had a whole bunch of stuff come in really, really fast and we weren't prepared for it. And I ended up having brought in a business partner that I thought was going to help me carry the workload. And we ended up getting sued and she was bad, ended up having a bunch of like bad stuff going on in the background. But all of those mistakes and failures brought me to like this point where I wanted to do something different and bigger. So just like you guys starting your own business, I'm telling you this because all these failures got me to where I ended up having my own business now. I ended up becoming a pro golfer after all of that as a single mom. Started reviewing golf courses for a magazine out of San Diego, traveling all over the world, working for FootJoy and Cobra Puma Golf and Under Armour and all these awesome brands. It was so exciting. I reviewed like different resorts for a magazine in California. I ended up coming back to Maryland and started my own hunting TV show that we had for 4 different years. So I co-hosted a hunting show and produced that. And now I own my own production company. So I'm on my fourth season of a talk show that I host and produce called Strange Famous, where I just interview all these random people that I know for fun. I'd love to have any of you on the show if you're interested in being on a podcast. Great marketing opportunity. But yeah, I've been a speaker, keynote speaker for Nike, all kinds of crazy stuff. And the reason I tell you all that is because during all those relationship building opportunities, I learned the power of using my network online to build my business and get my brand out there, right? And I've learned from all those companies, they would tell me if I was working with Callaway or Nike or Under Armour, they would tell me, okay, this month we're doing this campaign and this is the hashtag we're using. And I didn't understand what that meant. 10 years ago, I was like, what is a hashtag? What does that even do? So, hashtags and keywords are like the most important part of the technology part of your post, not the graphic, not the pretty part of it, but the technology part of posting something on any social media platform is going to be successful and it's all going to be traffic driven and SEO driven. I'm sure you've heard the words SEO before. It's all driven by the keywords and the hashtags that you put into your post. Okay.
May I ask what's SEO?
You sure can. So
Yeah, what is that?
SEO, yeah, SEO is one of the things we're going to cover in a few minutes, but it is search engine optimization.
Oh, okay.
So that makes people, if they're on Google and they're in Frederick and they're like, oh, I'm looking for someone that does waxing in Frederick. Like, if you're not putting in hashtags and keywords and you're not relevant on social media or Google, you're not going to come up on Google when somebody searches that. But if you are, search engine optimization will place you in those search results for that person based on all of those different metrics, right? So what I want to do is give you tools that will help you come up in those search results today.
So that you're saying those SEOs work on Google as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Like if
SEO
somebody,
is, it's actually a ever-changing thing, honestly. So, oh, let me go back. That's a lot of words on that screen. So SEO is basically like Google, your website, whether or not you have a website, whether or not you're posting on Facebook, whether or not you have a blog on your website. Also, competitors. Like if you have a competitor that's really active and doing a Google AdWords campaign, you have to compete with them to come up above them in Google. But there's ways you can do that organically by having the words you're posting on your Facebook, matching the words that are on your website, matching the words that are on your Google business page. So That's the difference between organic. Organic means that it all matches and you will organically come up in search results. Paid advertising is maybe you don't even have a website, but you go and put $5,000 onto an ad campaign to drive traffic to your phone on a Facebook ad. That would be a pay per click campaign, or a PPC is another thing you hear people say. So those are the differences between those things. And like, I know it can seem overwhelming, but I'm here as a resource to help you guys. And Deepak wants to invest in making sure that you guys have these tools so that you can grow your businesses and be successful. And so I'm here to help you as a resource. I'm here to give you, guidance as much as within reason need, and also to post you on our social media. So the other thing I want to do today is make sure that if you don't have a page or Instagram account or whatever, that you get with me so that we can create those together offline. So we can start tagging you in those accounts.
I
Okay.
do have one, but it's like I don't know how to use it. Really, I just don't know how to use it.
Okay. Well, today we'll go through some of the basic stuff. And after this call, we can do a, one-to-one if you want to. You're right here in Frederick, so we can grab coffee and sit down right there at Panera, and
Hmm.
you can sit down and I can try and show you. We
Okay.
do have another person joining us. Let's just make sure that they get connected. Hold on one second. All right. Denise, are you there, Denise? Hello, hello.
Yes, hi, good morning.
Hi. All right, great. I'm so glad you're here. Can you hear us and see everything okay?
Yep.
Okay, great. All right, so what I was just going through is mostly you're just getting started into the nitty-gritty here. We are talking about hashtags and keywords, and I'm coming up with hashtags and keywords for several different industries on this next slide. It's a lot of information, so I am recording this, so don't get overwhelmed by the amount of words on here. But I wanted to show you how easy it is to come up with hashtags for your business, okay? So if you're a nail tech, for instance, you can go into, oh, we got another person joining us. Hold on one second. So one of the things that you can do is use different tools to generate ideas and hashtags on social media. And that's
How
for,
many hashtags can you use per post?
so I would say it depends on what platform you're using, definitely. Some of them have limitations, some of them don't. Like Twitter, for instance, has limitation on how many characters you can even use. So
Hmm.
it just depends on what platform. I'm going to show you a couple of tools right now, and I know we just got a couple of new people joining us. So Latoya, welcome. If any of you guys cannot see what's going on, please let me know so I can make sure that help you get connected here. But all right, so we're in this presentation and I've been showing them mostly just information about hashtags at this point. The reason I pulled up my browser like this, I want to go in and show you. This is the scheduling software that we use for the My Salon Suite brands. It's called Metricool.
Don't you lay down.
This allows us to schedule content out on multiple platforms in one place. So you were saying you don't know how to use Instagram, you don't know how to use Facebook. Even if you don't know how to use those things, if I were you, I would come in and try to learn how to use a software like this where you can post to multiple platforms in one spot. Because as I'm posting something, like you were just saying, how many characters and how many hashtags can I use? Right here, it'll literally tell me if I'm using too many characters on what platform I'm using too many characters. If I'm using too many hashtags, it'll tell me. It gives
So
me
you
suggestions.
said that this is a platform that one can download onto their computer or somewhere,
Yep, you can get the
and
app
to
on your phone. It's free for you to use it as an individual for the
and
first
then from here
platform.
you can post to whatever amount of platforms at the same time.
Yep. So you
Okay.
basically can come in here and you connect the accounts that you want to use.
Wow.
So
Okay.
you would come in here and connect whatever platforms you want to use. Right now, we're using Instagram, LinkedIn, Google Business, and Facebook for this My Salon Suite Hagerstown account. And then you can connect you could create a TikTok, you can create a YouTube, whatever you want to connect in here, Pinterest, however you want to do it. You can use this to connect to any of these platforms. And then you can come in here and you can schedule a post to go to all of those platforms. And there you go. It's a picture, that's scheduled out with hashtags in it, content ready. And then you can do all your content when you have time for the whole month. Just sit down and make it a scheduled event where you sit down, have time on your calendar. Maybe Fridays are your day where you schedule the content for the week or whatever you can fit into your schedule right now. I just think that making it a priority will help you drive more leads. It will help you be more successful generally. And I would just take advantage of having the resources right now that you do. So one of the things I wanted to show you, another resource that's free is ChatGPT. I'm sure you've heard tons of people talk about it. Maybe you're already using it, but this is how I used it today just to make that presentation slide. So first I said, give me 100 hashtags unnumbered for my salon suite, hair and nail waxing, estheticians, and more. This is what it gave me, all these hashtags. And I was like, oh, that's really messy. I was like, okay, we'll separate them by categories. And then it gave me all of these hashtags separated by categories. So if you're not sure what to even post about, you can say, what can I post about on Facebook to promote my new nail salon in Frederick, Maryland?
So it takes a question that long?
You can
Like
be
you
as
can ask a
specific as
whole,
you want, or I mean, the more specific you can be, the better job it's going to do creating content that you don't need to clean up afterwards. You know what I
okay.
mean? So, like
Hmm.
here, it's going to give you a bunch of examples of stuff you can do. And it's going to give you ideas of how you can film it. You can even say, okay, what kind of shots should I capture to use to make those posts? You can keep asking it questions about the same question you just asked it. So here it's given us some really good ideas, right? Behind the scenes and salon tour. Share photos or video of your beautiful salon space, your tools, and your team. Show a time lapse of a nail transformation or salon getting set up. Example, step into luxury. Take a sneak peek at our brand new nail salon in Frederick where relaxation meets beauty. So the ideas are endless. Literally, anything you don't understand about any of this technology stuff, you can ask it. If you're like, I am not sure how to use Instagram, what should I do to get started as a business? I'm telling you, this stuff's gonna blow your mind once you start using it. And also, you can use it for even just inspiration for like camera angles or new trends in your industry, you know. So it's going to give you literally step-by-step instructions on how to set up an Instagram profile right here in ChatGPT. And that's just for Instagram. You can use this for anything that you're trying to figure out. YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok, whatever it is that you want to use it for. You can use it for making graphics. You can put a picture in here and ask it to make a post about this picture. Watch this. This is going to blow your mind. So I'm going to put this picture in here. So this is a picture of one of the My Salon Suite tenants in Hagerstown or Frederick, I can't remember. But I'm going to say, write a post about this image. Let's see what it comes up with. It says meet Kayla Hunt. She's the owner of Reflection Salon based in My Salon Suite in Hagerstown. So that's what the graphic says in the screenshot I uploaded. So this is what it wrote for me. And all I did was give it a picture.
So what do you do after that then? How do you copy it onto your own
Sure. So
site?
right here, you can say, this is the copy button.
Oh, I see copy.
Yep. So you can copy it there. If you don't like it, you can say switch mode, which gives you like it kind of gives you like, there's like business model, there's like faster, longer answers if you want it to give you longer answers. So you can kind of cater it to what you use it for, I guess. So you can get creative with this though. If you don't really know how to use it, you can say, how can I use ChatGPT? You can ask it that even. I mean, it's that like easy to kind of navigate. So let me get back to my presentation. Just want to make sure we have a couple people in the chat. Hi, everybody. Okay. So here's some of the hashtags that I came up with. And like I was saying, I literally came up with these hashtags when I was using ChatGPT. Okay. So this is where they came from. This took me 30 seconds to come up with what these are. See at the bottom where it says, would you like any additional categories or local hashtags added? Smiley face. All right, so what is our messaging and does it match what we're offering? So that's one of the most important things when you're setting up your marketing. It needs to match what you do. I do social media marketing. I'm the main face of my company, so my marketing should have pictures of me in it. You guys are probably the main face of your marketing, so you should be comfortable posting pictures of yourself and what you're doing throughout your day because when people come in, they're going to be one-to-one with you. You are the brand of your company for the most part. I would assume that. Otherwise, get comfortable with showing off your logo, showing off whatever you want to do to brand yourself. But when you're doing a content campaign of any sort, it should all be in line with one another. So you should be giving away some kind of information, offering some kind of a promotion. So some kind of a gift or promotion is always fun to grow your following, and that doesn't have to cost you any money. You have a ton of people that are here in your group, in your My Salon Suite neighbors that you can leverage. And that's what I'm trying to create right now is a way for you guys to see how powerful that can be. So let's say one of your friends is right around the corner. You can say, hey, if you also want to start, going to a nail tech, maybe you do lashes. You can be like, hey, my girlfriend down here, she's looking for new clients. She's giving a promo VIP package just for new clients, referral program, whatever you want to do. The possibilities are endless of what you guys can do together, but just get creative and offer something and then promote it together. Tag each other in that promotion so that everybody sees it on your page and their page. Share each other's posts, right? It costs nothing to share each other's posts and promote each other. Another thing you could do is give education. So you guys all have some kind of specialty that you're really, really good at. Share a little behind the scenes of what you do. What's one of your secret sauces to how you're so special? That's one of your unique identifiers. For me, it was the golf industry and hunting. Those are things that I was able to post about. It made me different. It made me stand out to my competitors. It made me memorable. People remember my logo and they're like, oh, that's the girl that hunts. Oh, that's that media company from the girl that does hunting stuff, right? You're always branding yourself when you're posting stuff. Whether you realize it or not, you all have very unique identifiers in leveraging those things and figuring out how to be entertaining, creative, and standing out should be one of your biggest goals with whatever you're posting. And if you need help figuring that out, that's one of the things I'm really good at. So I'm here for you. Um,
Good.
yeah. So one of the things we've been doing really well is posting pictures of our spaces and our people and our team. So that's what I'm trying to get more of. I really want pictures that you guys have of your spaces so we can post you and tag you in our content. That's going to help you guys a ton and it helps us too. It makes my job easier if I have pictures that only you can get behind the scenes with your before and afters of your clients and, testimonials you might be getting, stuff like that. But
I have a question. Is
yes.
that a lot of times clients now, I take pictures of my work all the time, but
Mhm.
I mostly getting like the back of their heads and maybe the sides. I really try not to get their faces just for like a lot of clients don't want to be in videos or they don't want to, like I had taken just a video while I was like shampooing out a client, only the client was like, no, I don't want to be in there or whatever. So, like, how do you show videos of yourself working when your clients don't want to be seen? They don't want to be shown.
Sure. I mean, I would say just establish some kind of a comfort level with them where you're not showcasing their faces and stuff. Maybe
I
say,
mean, I
oh,
kept
no
trying to put a
problem. Yeah.
smiley face like over her face because she just
Mhm.
didn't want her face shown. But I could not get one that would stay there through the entire video.
Sure. Another thing I've seen people do is get one of those like popsicle stick things and make a little, or the fans that you can get, the disposable fans, and make it
Oh,
something that they can put in front of their face, but make it pretty with like your logo on it or something cute that's like, that they can put in front of their face. And then that way it's showing them off a little bit differently, and also it's branding you a little bit. I've seen some stylists do that. And another thing I've seen, especially for nail techs, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a social media thing that you put your hands in just for the videos and stuff. I'll try to find it and share it with you guys. It looked like a really customizable thing that you could put your Instagram handle or whatever you wanted to on. So when you're taking your videos, you can get that in the shot. It looked really neat. I can't remember what it looked like was called, but I'll try and find it. So
Okay.
anyway, I really just, there's really not a whole lot more to this stuff than just like, let's start talking more. Let's communicate better. I can give you guys my cell phone number. I can give you my email address, whatever you're comfortable with to communicate with me and send me information. But this is a video that we made, and we were able to feature Reflections Salon by Kayla Hunt. She just opened her location, and we're trying to feature her at one of our Hagerstown location. And I don't know, I think that it was a really cute video. And really, all we did is take some close-up shots of like things inside of her salon, and then did a voiceover and talked about her business. And I can do that for any one of you guys. Literally, like
Oh,
we can
that
make
would be
a video like
great.
that for any of you and feature you on our social media pages, whatever you want to do.
Now, do you guys like, I've noticed because I have friends that rent at Sola, and I think like when I've looked Sola up online, like they'll just advertise online, like maybe, a stylist every week or, whatever. Do you guys do? Because the last people that owned Ellicott City, well, the person that was supposed to, I think, do the same job that you do, she did nothing. She
Yeah,
was like a
well,
waste.
we're gonna make big magic moves here. I want you guys to flood me with questions, ask me whatever you need help with. Let's get everybody's social media where they want it to be. Anybody that has questions, I'm here to answer them. And also, if you post something and you tag us, it notifies me and Deepak right away. So if you tag at My Salon Suite Frederick, at My Salon Suite Hagerstown, whatever location you're trying to tag, you tag us in it, we can literally share it right there.
What
Oh,
about
okay.
on Instagram if we hashtag you guys? Because I always hashtag my salon Sweet Frederick in all of my posts.
So I
Should
try to
I get
monitor
that or
that, but
what?
it doesn't notify me, right? And it also doesn't allow me to add it to my story. So if you do at My Salon Suite Frederick or at My Salon Suite whatever, it notifies me and it says, "Do you want to add this to your story?" I can add you to our story right there. Right there.
Okay, so I just basically need to tag my salon
Mhm.
Suite. Okay, all
Yep.
right.
So you
That's what
just
I'm
need to
saying right
do.
here. If you tag us, we can share you. So you just need to do like, let's do it together right now. All right. So you understand what that means. Because I know, some of it is self-explanatory, but it's also like, really, is it?
Yeah, I
Right.
wasn't
It's
sure if
not
the
for
hashtag
everybody.
was coming or not.
Right, exactly. So let's do this together. So let's go into Instagram. All right. So if I'm in Instagram, and I have 13,000 followers on my Instagram for my personal Instagram right
I
now.
love that guy.
Look, it's Cash Patel.
He's hilarious.
So some of the stuff that we can do on here, if I tag you in my post, like it tells me when somebody tags me, it says it, and then I can share it on my story. So let's see. Oh yeah, so here's one. Family Farm Direct. So he did an ad where he's saying fill your freezer, get a half a cow. I was like, anyone want to go half on a cow? Right? So, but I did at Family Farm Direct. So that let him know, that contacted him. And do you see how all I did is put the words like literally right on the screen? I typed in at Family Farm Direct, and it will pull up his account right there while I'm typing that. So all you have to do is type on the screen, just like you would the words that you're putting on there, and say put at before it. And if you're following them, it pulls up their account. Then once we do that, we can go in and add literally like we can put in a highlight of your account. And then every time that we put it in there, it'll stay there forever. So I can have a profile where I have highlights of you guys. Let me see. Let me go to the My Salon suite.
But for our post that we've already made, it's like kind of
Well,
doesn't
you
matter,
can
right?
go
Like,
back through your old posts. So
Look,
you
it's
can always take an
feedback.
old post and you can go like this and you can say add to
okay,
story.
so I can still tag you basically.
Hmm.
All
You can
right,
go
cool.
back there and tag me in old posts and then we'll see it, it'll notify us and we can share it to our story.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
And I would love for you guys to just take down my cell phone number, if you want to. I can go back to this main screen here on the presentation. It has at the end and it has a QR code that you can scan. That'll give you my cell phone number, my email address, everything to it. Um, all right. So one of the things I really like to express is marketing should be fun, right? I think that everything we have to do is also professional and it should represent our brand, but it can also be entertaining and fun. And I think that to get engagement with what you guys do, all of it's very visually fun to see before and afters. Some of it can be really dramatic, some of it can be very inspiring. So I would really like to help you figure out ways to capture that and make your marketing tell your story and brand you. So one of the things I do really well, I've done, like I said earlier in my presentation, I've been a professional hunter, I've been a professional golfer, and I'm really good at getting sponsors and growing my following because I use these things right here, the @ sign. So these are companies that I tag in my posts that I'm working with. When I tag them, it notifies them. Canon, for instance, has 3.1 million followers on Instagram. So by tagging these people, and if they add it to their story, what does that do for my following? What does that do for my engagement? It gets me in front of a huge audience of people versus just
Sorry.
the people that are following me.
Right,
So,
because you're tagging the brands that you're using, right? So like
like,
whatever color line that we're using or whatever, we can at them and they're gonna see
yes,
that.
yes, exactly.
So
All
you
right.
add them, and then like the people, like well, I guess the people that are using the color line aren't really gonna like, you're not gonna get any clients from them because they're just
No,
other
but it's going to
stylists
the
though.
brand. It's going to the brand's page though. That they're like the brand is getting notified of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And let's say, for instance, if they
And
have,
that's how people also get free products from them
yep, they
Yeah,
get
and that's how
products.
because
and I think that's
mhm.
how people are get featured on like behind the chair and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And
Uh,
Oh.
it'll help your engagement and your following a ton. Like that's how they get 30, 40,000 followers is by getting those types of people to share their stuff to their story.
yeah, see, I didn't know.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say right now. Even with just our small following, I think we have a few thousand followers on some of our My Salon Suite accounts here. If you guys can help us, we can get our engagement up. We can help you grow your following. You can help us grow our following by posting you guys. What I want to do is called Instagram collaborations. So I'll make a video, I'll post it on our My Salon Suite account, and then I'll invite your account to be a collaborator. You accept that, then it gets posted to both of our accounts. So the views go to both of our accounts, the likes, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
mutual marketing.
So, and that's free for you guys. It's all, great exposure, and you can learn how to do some of that stuff by working with me one-on-one. We'll work together on the project, and if you have questions, you're free to ask away. So, um, yes, but that was great. Denise, right?
Yeah.
I think you were the one that had yes. So tagging the brands, tagging them, that is exactly what we're trying to learn about right now. And
Okay.
using the @ sign and also using the right hashtags. If they're doing a hashtag that's trending, you would want to use those hashtags in your posts if you're tagging that product, right? So just try to pay attention. You can use ChatGPT to get some creative information if you don't know what to pull up, but you can also kind of mimic what the brands you're trying to get engagement with are doing.
Yeah,
So,
I guess for me, my struggle is always because once you've been in this for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
you have regulars,
mhm,
like they're getting the same thing every
right.
time. So I'm not gonna post, you know, 10 of the same haircuts that I do, like on the same person.
I
Right.
totally agree. And that's where the creative part of it comes up and like using Chat GPT, like we were talking about earlier, to use it to come up with some ideas for different stuff you can do. Also like using trending audio, it doesn't always have to be like a picture of the same haircut. It can be, Sometimes trending audio is more about like just having somebody like walking into the salon, or a slow motion video of you stirring the hair coloring or whatever you're doing. There's tons of different accounts out there that I can help you look at for ideas, and help you come up with some creative
Now
ways
I have a
to show
question.
different
How do
stuff,
you
I guess. Hmm.
how do you find time to set up the phone? Because I do have like a little tripod, but how do you find time to set it up, in between clients, when you've got a busy day?
Sure. I would say yeah, I mean, I totally get it. I mean, I have 40 some different Instagram accounts that I manage. So like all of the different accounts I'm managing, all of them need attention every single day. I try to just schedule time on my calendar that's dedicated to doing what I need to get done and just make it a priority. So,
Well, no, I mean like I mean on my work day,
right.
like I want to take a little video of me mixing up color, but I gotta like set my phone up because I just used it to check a client out. So now I gotta set it up. It's just those little like my I do my best work, and I usually barely have any time before my next client to get any pictures. And a lot of times I'm like not happy with because I don't have time to really take my time to take photos of my work, or you
That
feel
would
like
be
the
my
client's
issue too.
been
Mhm.
That
there a
same
while and
thing.
they want to leave. And
Hmm.
or
Well,
I do my best work and I run behind. There's the
right.
truth right there.
Well, I
Yeah, I
think a
have that
lot of,
problem too. And you know what? I've gotten over it's hard because as hairdressers, we are our own worst critic. We just are.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so you got to get over that. So I'll give you my advice. You got to get over it, right? So even though you see all these wonderful like posts with these people that have wonderful lighting in the same background all the time and their clients are all made up,
Right.
that is not realistic.
No.
So what you need to do, like a lot of my photos on my page, they're still sitting in the chair. They still have their camera
Yes.
on. You're seeing the background. It's kind of blurry in my salon. Just you got to just get over it. Like I know that's like easier said than done, but in my experience, when I opened my suite in 2020, you got to get over it. I know it's hard. It's really hard. And so what I do is I leave them sit in the chair. I take different angles like from above, like I just take a whole bunch of different angles and then I look at them later.
Right.
yeah, that's what I would say is just take as much content as you can and use a scheduling tool, so that when you have time to actually, edit the pictures and make them into frames and make them into videos and different stuff like that, like you have time to do that afterwards, and you can just take a bunch of content. And with our cell phones now being so literally like such great cameras, I feel like you can take stuff without it having to be perfect too. Like the tripod's great and all that's great, but if it's slowing you down, maybe just take your phone out and do a little like short video of you going like this with it. Just like pan
Right.
5 second pan shot. Then you can slow that down in editing. You can do other stuff with that afterwards, or even just take a fish, wide angle, zoom out picture, and then you can make that into whatever you want afterwards too. Um, and you know what? Give yourself some grace too. Like you're trying to run a business. That's one of the things I want to be here to help you understand is there's tools that can help you get a little bit more creative and also help you try to make it a little more efficient for you. Um, and I'm here to help you learn those things if you're interested in learning more.
That
Sure.
GT, what is it? GTP
Chat
Chat
website?
GPT.
Yeah,
GPT.
yeah, Chat GPT. It looks kind of like a little difficult. Is
I
it
mean,
user
I can see
friendly?
that there is an app that you can put on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's really simple. It's literally just like it looks just like this little miniature, this part of the middle of the screen. Um, oops. I would say that like it may look intimidating, but it really is not hard to use. This is very user friendly, and you can ask
Okay.
it anything. And if you make a mistake, look, it says it can make mistakes. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's
That's
not
important
perfect.
info.
Yeah. So if it's something that you need to like double check for measurements for stuff or whatever. I wouldn't trust it for scientific, measurements or calculations. But for recipes and ideas for different menu items for cooking at home, for instance, or whatever, it's great for stuff like that to get creative and to help you think of different ideas. So it's your friend, it's free. Same thing with Canva. That's what I use to make this presentation. So Canva is another tool you can use to create content for yourself, make videos, and make the pictures and stuff you're talking about that you don't think are that great. You can use them to make stuff look a lot better if you're using Canva
Oh,
to finalize it.
yeah, because all of my pictures of my work I take of my clients in the chair. I just can't bring myself to ask them to like, oh, let's go to, like some other room and let me have you stand up against this wall. I don't know. And they probably
Right.
would do it, but I just don't want to inconvenience them. I just take pictures while they're still in the chair,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, and I
then
mean
they got,
afterwards, if you take pictures of even if the only thing you're focusing on is like the actual hair or the nails, you can, like I was saying, you can use a filter, you can do an editing, um, a lot more after shots than you can in on the spot. Editing is not ideal, especially if you're in a rush. So just try to get a bunch of content and then use it afterwards. One of the things that I wanted to show you guys is that we have in here Google Drive. I've created folders since I started working with Deepak in 2020, and pretty much we have stuff from like different months where we did photo shoots. And I'm going to create a folder for each of you guys. You can put pictures in here if you want, if you want us to post anything for you. And then once I come and meet with you, I'll drop your pictures in there for you, and then you can use those for your social media posting and stuff too. So,
okay.
Well,
um,
I'll tell you this, moving forward, you have my permission to go on any of my social media platforms and take whatever photos that you
Oh,
see
me
that you like.
too.
okay,
Me,
great.
yeah, I was going to ask you because I have an Instagram and I do post my work on there. I have an Instagram that's totally for my business, and then I've got my personal one.
Hmm.
So I do post stuff on there, but I have never gotten a single client from anything I've ever posted.
Yeah.
And but I've been paying more attention to my salon page on Facebook because I had that, and I've been posting. I try to post stuff on there every day. What I mean, I don't get there every day,
Can we look
but
at your Instagram together, Claire? What's your Instagram?
yes, absolutely. Hold on, let me just get out of. It is. Let's see, my salon. It's Claire Seibert Hair Artistry. Let me see. Do I have my? Let me switch my.
I got a
So I
lot of
guess
my clients from Google.
Claire Seibert Hair Artistry 1.
Am I spelling cyber right? Seibert?
Yes, and it's no I in Claire. It's Clare, no capitals. Claire Cyber Hair Artistry 1 all together.
There you are. Found you. All right, cool. So let's look at what you have. Oh, these are good.
Oh Lord, there it is.
Okay. Love the colors.
Yeah, I've got a very like 70s kind
Wow.
of style, kind of fun
So,
aesthetic, I guess. Now that was my sister I was shampooing. She didn't care.
right.
But I had another video where I was like doing a client that actually was a pretty good one, but she was like, "No, I don't want anybody to see my face." And
Okay, well, there's no description in this video.
which one is that? Which one are you looking?
Let's see. Let me see if there's one with the
Oh,
description.
the one there. It's
Hold on one second. I just want to see if there's one that has a description.
yeah. What didn't I do?
Oh, look at that big booty.
I
It's,
know, right?
I
Is
mean,
that
so
you,
right.
Now
Claire?
I don't know why is that on there. Hold on.
You know that's you, Claire.
Oh no, that's not my butt. I don't have a butt. I got legs that connect to my back.
It's okay. Nobody else needs to know that.
So
We
in your reels, right?
Uh-huh.
To get more engagement, you got to put a description in there.
Like where,
So let me show you.
because I
Like,
usually just put something like right on the video or whatever.
yeah, let me see. Like when you're posting a reel,
Okay.
when you're posting a reel, it gives you a place to put in a description, and I'm trying to pull up here.
Can you put in the description even after the video
Yeah,
has
you
been
can go back
posted?
and edit it. Yep. That's what I was gonna say. So like right here, I just put in a little like a little whatever like title about it,
But
right?
if it's been
I don't want
posted for like days, will it still get
Yeah. And then
attention?
you can take it afterwards and share it to your story. So like right now, a video that's already posted or a post from a month ago, you can go back through and share it to your story. And then you can come in and make highlights. So like Claire had one highlight on her account, highlights literally, but she hasn't renamed it. So you can go into your highlights Claire, and rename
Mhm.
that to whatever the theme is of that. Like I would say colors or inspiration, color inspiration or something. And then you want to make multiple highlights, right?
So is
So,
it best to post to your highlight? Well, I'm sorry.
right. So
Is
once
it better post to your page or to your you said the word earlier, I'm sorry.
it's okay. So if you post a reel, it stays there forever under reels, right? But if you
Okay.
post to your story, it only stays there for one day and then it goes away. If you put that story and you categorize it as a highlight, it will stay in there forever under highlights. And you can make different highlights that are categories. So like I have one that's all about food. So anything I added to my story that was food related, I would say, okay, this is a food related highlight. I'm going to add it to my highlights for my stories about food. So everything that is food related is going to be in here under my food highlight, which I consider wine a food group. So don't judge me.
So you can, okay. There's like you're talking about the highlights or like the categories, like, oh, I see. And then now how do you put it in, get it to like go into like that little group?
So you create those highlights. So if you go into your account right now and you said, like right now, you have something on your story. This right here. These are
Yeah,
on
I
your
just did
story.
that one last night.
Okay, so go back into your account right now. And on this little menu that's available for you, it's going to say add to highlights. Add to highlights. Anything that's in your story right now, you can say add to highlights. And then you can make a new category or you can add it to your old highlight. You just have to name those highlights something so that they have like a purpose. So if I'm clicking on that highlight, the idea is I should see different color inspirations, or I should see short haircut ideas, or curly hair haircuts, or like however you think you want to categorize your different videos or your stories, you should think of those categories. Um, I don't know. I feel like that's really the difference between like let's see who's a hairstylist that's a big hairstylist. Let's see.
Brad Mondo.
Brad Mondo is a good one. So his account, he's got like, let's go to his reels. So he's putting in just like a simple description. He's gonna get just because of his following, but even he does like different hashtags on his content. So what happens when you put a hashtag in a post, like let's say bleach fail. Let's click on a hashtag called bleach, all the bleach fails. So now what happens is anybody that used that hashtag, their post comes up if you click on the hashtag in any post. So that's like what a hashtag does on the back end is it puts your post into a category, and it tells Instagram like, oh, Caroline looked at other posts the other day that were about bleach fails. Let's put some more bleach fail posts in front of her because she likes that stuff. So
Okay, I
that's
gotta
how
go.
it works. If you don't put those
You too,
hashtags
baby.
in, it doesn't know. It can't recommend you to other people looking for your content because it doesn't know what your content's about, essentially. So
Uh,
does that make sense about hashtags? And then tagging and sharing. So that's one of the other things I really wanted to go over. Make sure that you guys understand how to tag people because I want you to start tagging us in the posts. And the reason that I want you to understand this so that you know it notifies us, but then you can also use this for other companies and other brands and other things like we were talking about earlier, products that you use. They'll share you in their story if you're posting pictures of their product and tagging them in it and making good content, right? Stuff that's fun, original, inspiring. And then the other thing I want you to understand is how to share stuff on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook and you have groups that you're a member of, you can share those posts to those different groups, and then you can get exponential more eyeballs on your post, right? So if we do a cool video together, you should be able to go in and share it to a few groups so that other people see the video that we did. This group right here, Everything Frederick, has 144,000 members. So if we share this post to Everything Frederick and it starts trending and a few people like it could get seen by 144,000 people. That's pretty awesome. Oh, Anna's joining back in. One of the other things is on Facebook, down here in the bottom left, there's always that little menu that you can go to invite people to like your Facebook page. Um, if you're not, if you haven't already done this, please go in and do it on your own page, obviously, but you can also do it on the My Salon Suite page. So let's see. My Salon Suite Hagerstown. So all you have to do is come to the page that you want to invite people to as yourself. So you see I'm in here as myself on Facebook. I'm not in as my page. I'm in as my personal account. You go to this menu right here and it says invite friends. It's that easy to invite people to like the Facebook page. You can do that for our Facebook page, for My Salon Suites location, or even just for your own. And then you can ask some of your friends. So you can say, hey, I'm going to go in and invite some of my friends to like your Facebook page. Would you do the same for me? Show them how to do it. You know, if they have a business, return the favor. Does anybody have questions about Facebook and inviting people, how to tag people and how to invite people to like your page on there? Alrighty.
Can you go back over it one more time, just briefly?
Yeah,
Nothing.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you're in Facebook as yourself, right? If you're in as your page, it won't invite your friends. So make sure you're logged into Facebook as yourself. Navigate to the page you want to invite people to. Like my company is called Medina Media Productions.
You pronounce it Medina?
Yeah, Carolina
Oh,
from Medina.
okay. That's a Spanish last name, Medina.
Yeah, my family is from
Mhm.
Michigan, Medina, Michigan. So
Okay.
my Instagram is Carolina from Medina.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to the page you want to invite people to, and you come in here and you say, invite friends. Boom. Select whoever you want. I always just invite everybody because if they don't want to like my business, then they're not my friend. Bye.
right.
Toodles. You're not going to support me. I don't need your love anyways. Bye.
Yeah, I get that. I have a lot of people that don't like me.
Right. I'm okay with
They're
that.
like
I
Me
you.
don't need
too.
anybody to like me. I'm
Eh?
totally fine with that, not out people liking me. But if you have questions about any of this stuff, I would love for you to ask them now, or if you want to do a one-to-one with me, you're more than welcome to just shoot out text message, email, whatever, schedule time so that we can go through some of this stuff because it's important for us, it's important, and it's also very important that you're understanding this stuff so you can take advantage of this free marketing, man. This is opportunities for you to generate leads. Some of the tools, like I was saying, I would suggest getting comfortable with is Canva, right? And ChatGPT for right now. Those are two tools that are really easy for you to use and they're free. and they can make a world of difference for you. And there's a million YouTube videos out there. Do not hesitate to go on YouTube and say, help me figure out how to use ChatGPT and like watch some tutorial videos or whatever. Like just
Right.
help yourself. Everybody's had the same questions you've had a billion times. Look how many views are on those videos. Millions of people watch those videos. So don't feel stupid. Feel stupid pretending like you know what you're doing when you don't, right? So go in there and learn, figure some stuff out, ask some questions. Um,
Somebody that is real big in the world of hair extensions, and so she advertises herself and everything. And she actually was saying, "Oh, you can use Canva and download pictures of other people's work." And I was like, "What? Like, there is no way I would ever do that."
yeah. I mean, we're trying not to even use the My Salon Suite corporate pictures, to be quite honest. Like, we're trying to use just pictures of you guys. That's what we want to do. So
Right.
that's our goal right now. And that's why this is so important for me, is because I mean, it's going to exponentially help you guys and it'll help us too. I think our engagement will increase if we start using our own photos more versus the franchise stuff. So,
Oh yeah, and yeah, the last person that we had that was, I guess, doing the kind of work that you do or whatever, she like purposely, I would tag, the My Salon Sweet Elegant City on my posts and stuff, and she would purposely, she had her favorites. So
uh,
she would use her favorites, and I actually, um, like, I actually like called her out on why she was ignoring, you know, the content that I was sending her.
that's
And
too bad because
yeah,
it looks like you're making some cool videos. I
I
mean,
like that. A lot of times I'll do on Instagram, a lot of times I'll do videos and I'll put music in the back. Like I'll find
yeah.
a song that that has words in there that like what I did, so I'll put the music in the background, and I don't know. I like to do that. That's fun.
Yeah. And if you use like Instagram, Canva, Cut Cap is another really good tool that you can use for editing videos on your phone. And
Uh-huh.
and TikTok also has templates that are really easy to use that if you just take a handful of short video clips, you can edit it together to music and it'll generate the video for you, right to edit it right to the music transitions. It's
Oh,
amazing.
oh wow. Now
Yeah.
I've never used TikTok. I don't really even go on TikTok that much, but maybe I'm what?
No, I mean, I think TikTok is definitely a way that you can get in front of a different group of users, like generations of people that are out there not even using Facebook anymore at all. Like my kids are teenagers, they don't even have Facebook accounts. They don't even use that. And then I have some clients that are like, "Oh, I only advertise on Facebook."
Oh yeah, kids
Okay.
don't use
My
Facebook.
niece called
Only
me old for
Facebook's for
using
old
Facebook.
people.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I mean, think about what you're doing, okay? Like, I get it. I'm 42. I like using my Facebook and Instagram. I'm not big Snapchat, TikToker. I'm not into, that's not my thing. But I also realize that the future buyers are using these tools. And if we want to stay in front of our future buyers, and that's what we should be doing right now, is trying to create our next buyer, right? Who's our potential buyer for the future, investing in our future of our business. I think we have to think bigger picture, and video is definitely where a lot of people are, getting traction in marketing versus photos. And understanding how to make short little video clips, it's not that hard, and especially with smartphones nowadays, unless you just want to put your head under a rock and not even try to learn, it's pretty self-explanatory. And if you don't know, I'm here to help you. So
And
that's
you can make
on
videos
you.
from your pictures, right? Like we
Totally.
because I don't have TikTok either. I'm right there with you. Okay, girl. So,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
and my kids the same way. My kids call me old too. It's okay. So I guess my question is, can we say I wanted to try this TikTok stuff, right, and make a business one? I can take my photos and like create a short little video of my work for TikTok, right?
Definitely. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can use TikTok to edit your video right in the app with the pictures. So TikTok will like there's templates and it'll say template with just pictures and you can just put the pictures in. So another thing that you can look up on ChatGPT is how to make a TikTok with pictures. You could type that in and it would literally give you step-by-step instructions on how to do it. And you could follow step by step.
Yeah, that app
One
is
thing
crazy. The kids use that to like help them with homework and stuff. That app is
You
wild.
can use it with anything. It's insane. I'm telling you. Yeah.
One thing I found when I've been like I just did the Instagram last night, the one that I think that you had pulled out. I think I labeled it like ash blonde or something. And
Hmm.
I had like 5 pictures, and I usually just have the pictures individual and not do the big group shot. And then I'll put a music in the background, but the music will only play to the background of the first song. So I don't know what that's about. And I think when I do it in the story, that's what happens.
Yeah, if you do it as a post, it'll play it to all of the pictures as if you do it as like
Right.
a carousel. But if you do it on a story, it wants you to individually upload each picture as an individual story. But there's ways that you can make that story in Canva with all 5 of the pictures into a collage or something, or edit them into a video prior to opening your Instagram. And then it's just a video that you're uploading that you've already edited previously, and you're pulling it into
Okay.
Instagram. And that's what like the next class I wanted to do with you guys would be how to make short videos. So it would just be a tutorial on making videos, and that's all we would do is just watch, and all of us would try to make a video on our own. In the background, you guys would be using your phones or whatever to make a video, just step by step. So I am out of time, unfortunately. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. And
Yes, it was. I
okay,
definitely
good.
would like to be able to go back and if this was recorded to watch it again.
Yep, it is. And I also have the PowerPoint that I'll share with you guys as a PDF if you want to look at it some more and look at the different things that we talked about. And please feel free to contact me. Let me give you guys my info.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, per device, you can only sign on to an account one at a time.
Hmm.
So, is it better to just get like a tablet just for this type of stuff, or another phone just to do this type of stuff on?
No, you can
Because,
sign into on Instagram, you can sign into like 8 Instagram accounts at one time on one phone.
oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that. And is
You just
Instagram the only one that you can do that on?
Nope, you can do that. So as in with TikTok, with Pinterest, all of them have the option for you to switch to different accounts now where you can switch back and forth.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
really,
I've got the two.
yeah. And it's not too hard, but it can be confusing. Like if you set it up as a personal account versus a business account, for instance, you have limited options on some things. But TikTok, you might want to set it up as a personal one because you can't use any of the really cool trending audio if you have a business account on TikTok for some reason. So like there's pros and cons that you'll figure out as you start, navigating some of this stuff. But the biggest thing is just not to be afraid of it and try. Like I really love that Claire's out there posting stuff. Claire, if you go in there and put some hashtags and a short 1 sentence description on some of those videos, I bet a lot of them will get a lot more views, even the older videos, right?
Yeah, you know what?
Especially,
My lately I've been lazy and I have not done any hashtagging or anything. Before my videos I've done a little while back, I was doing that. I had a question about that. I would just come up with hashtags like Ellicott City stylist, Ellicott City colorist, I don't know,
okay, good.
color specialist, whatever. Like I would try to put up stuff that I thought maybe people would do searches for.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yep.
that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah. And also just like identifiers of whatever your post is about. Like I would say you should come up with some kind of a trending hashtag just for your brand, like, hippie hair or,
Right.
something that is like your thing that you can start putting in all of your posts. Like, everybody should have some kind of a slogan or some kind of a hashtag they're using. And mine is, I always say just like hashtag Medina Media Productions. And then I do hashtag content is king because I have a crown on my thing. And that's kind of like whatever. It's a very trending
Okay.
hashtag. So I would just figure out what your thing is. And if you're having a hard time figuring that out, please ask. I'm here to help for sure. And if you guys have
Okay.
questions,
Well,
like I said,